Okay, this is a breakdown for the modular patch for the track Ritual that I put out. Hopefully you listened to it. If you didn't listen to it before, have listened to it after this. But I'm going to break down what I did on the modular and try to spell it out for you. Sorry, there's some construction going on above my studio. Nothing I can do about that. So that's the banging that you hear. I added 2 new modules to my modular recently. I got the Q Pass from the, let me zoom in here, hold on. I got the Q Pass from Make Noise here, and then I got the, over here you can see I've got the Telharmonic. I haven't had a whole lot of time with these yet, especially the Telharmonic. Actually the Q Pass did have a lot to do with this track, with the sound of it. So I think I'll start with, well, I'm going to start, the track starts out with the Telharmonic, so I'm going to start out with that one. We'll zoom the camera in a little bit. So it's just, zoom that in. And everything's kind of powered by this, by the tempi. Everything's clocked by the tempi here. So if I take that out, actually this is, the Q Pass is coming out of this, the filter on the, I got to go in through this filter here, so I'll bring this in, and you can kind of hear the, it's just this nice little drone. Turn off the modulation. With the Telharmonic, and like I said, I really didn't do a lot of modulation on this. Because I don't really know all that it does yet. I haven't really dug into that much. But you can kind of hear the drone a little bit there. And that gets modulated by the woggle bug as the thing goes on. And kind of just adds a little bit of fill to the thing. But the meat of the track comes from this Q Pass. Let me just turn that down. The Q Pass, which is the new filter by Make Noise, which is really interesting. So I've got it all types of modulating. I'm actually, I've got the pitch or the frequency modulated from the QCV output from the Rene, and then I've got the Q. Both of the Q radiate, or the radiate and the Q is being modulated by the pressure points, which is all clocked by the tempi. I'll let you hear that. And it's going into the echophone for the delay. And actually I have this mystery input. I'm using this mystery, the lower mystery input is just getting hit with a really slow gate out of the tempi, which is giving you that kind of, that little bit of a kick there. Hear that? And you can really, I mean, listen to all the peaks. As you move different things, you really get different sounds and lots of chordal harmonics out of this. Listen there. And as you bring up the Q and radiate more, and if I'm up on the left, I've got a maths that I'm using for the envelope. If I open that up a little bit longer, it really gives a lot of really unique texture. I haven't completely dug into this yet, but with this is my first video with it, it's just really, really interesting piece of equipment. And then if you bring in here, let's see, I've got the reverb. Really a lot of interesting stuff going on. So that's actually the meat of what's making up the track. Over on the other side, and this is actually, I don't know if this is actually being, the signal's coming from a DPO, and I'm actually modulating the wave shaper as well. Let me get into that a little bit. Sorry. So yeah, this is all being modulated from, actually I don't remember where I'm modulating this from. This is coming, this is also coming from the pressure points, yeah. So I've got this out, actually a mult out that's going into the Q pass and also modulating the DPO. The pitch is being modulated from the QCV, which is also going into modulate the Q pass. So it's actually all going through mults and modulating multiple things at the same time. So you get a really interesting sound. I really love that. And that's just me changing the frequency on the filter. So many interesting things. Really, really nice. Okay, so let's come over here to the other side. And this was all the percussion, which is pretty straightforward. I was using the mutable instruments grids for the percussion, which is really, it's just like a tap. You can really just turn on and off the different percussive elements, and these are all going into the tip-top 808 modules for the snare, the kick, and the hats. Pretty straightforward. And then I had a clap going that I could just kind of turn up as I was going. And that's just coming from the Trigger Riot. So I just kind of brought that in and out. Same with the open hat. So you can hear us kind of working with the Trigger Riot together, also with the grids to kind of make that syncopated melody. And then to kind of mess up the melody a little bit more, I used the Manus Iteratus and Basimilus Iteratus Alter. Oh, they're going mental now. Yeah, and they're also going into the Roland 521 filter, modulated by the Wogglebug. It really gives it that kind of and the Manus Iteratus is actually pitched from the Metropolis, which actually lists. I didn't tune it actually to the tonic of the entire piece. Part of me regrets that. Part of me doesn't regret that. It's I think it just adds a bit of chaos when it's completely out of tune. I guess I could tune it now to see what it would sound like. I'm not gonna mess with it. Anyway, so that's what was working there. I was kind of bringing in the filter, and then you can hear everything together there. Just a nice little patch, and then I was able to jam over that. The sax is going into everything's going into the sound devices. There you can see here. There. Everything's just going into the sound devices mix brew here. The sax was going in the microphone that I'm talking into now, and And that was it, and then I just played over that. Anyways, cool stuff. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more synth videos in the future. Thanks.